So I ask you to say it with me one more time. New York City is a...
In 2020, food prices, including prices for food at home, 3% increase, and food away from home, 3% increase. This convergence in growth rates was largely driven by a rapid increase in food at home prices following onsets of coronavirus, COVID-19 pandemic, particularly for meats and poultry, while food away from home price inflation remains similar to its 2019 rate. In 2022, food prices increased by 9.9%, faster than in any year since 1979, which makes sense. An outbreak of highly pathogenic avian influenza, HPAI, affected egg and poultry prices. The Russian-Ukraine war and economy, such as high energy costs, also contributed to food price inflation. Food at home prices increased by 11.4%. Food away from home prices increased by 7.9%. In 2023, food price growth, inflationary factors, supply chain issues, and wholesale food prices eased from 2022. Food at home prices increased by 5%. Food away from home prices increased by 7.1%. Food prices rose by 2.93% in 2024 and 2.9% in 2024, slightly slower than they had increased during the 2023 period. Food at home prices increased by 1.2% in 2024 and 20.3% in 2025, lower than their historical average per year. Food away from home prices rose 1% in 2024 and 3.8% in 2025, still faster than their historical average, 3.5% per year. CPI forecast changes this month. In 2026, overall food prices are predicted to rise 2.9%. Food away from home prices are predicted to their 20-year historical average rate price increase 3.5%. Food at home prices are predicted to rise 2% slower than their 20-year historical average rate of price increase, 2.6%. In 2026, among the 15% at-home categories examined in the Food Price Outlook, prices for 7 categories are predicted 20-year historical average rate of growth. These include beef and veal, fish and seafood, fresh vegetables, processed fruits and vegetables, sugar and sweets, non-alcoholic beverages, and other foods. Prices for 5 other food at home
money. Now, I can't absorb, if all of a sudden there's a 50% tariff on something or even a 25%, I can't absorb all of that as a family business. So I'm being delicate. Like, I've left our ground beef price at $3.99, for the families that want to make hamburgers for the summer. And that's a little bit of a cost. Lobster has come down in price. We used to export a lot to China, and that sort of dried up a little bit. So the U.S. is getting more lobster. Prices have gone down. You saw eggs have cleaned up right there. And, the big thing is people love these lobsters right here for the holidays. So, what we're seeing is the seas are calm with tariffs right now, but I talked to even our liquor suppliers, the European buying the Bordeaux's and Barolos from Italy and everything. Those are all going to be tariffed. A lot of our suppliers have brought stuff.
New challenges are rising for American families struggling to pay for 3 square meals a day. The latest numbers show there is no relief from inflation on essential groceries. The price of ground beef, steaks, getting hit the hardest. News Nation's Alicia Nieves is here with the breakdown. Alicia, what are Americans seeing when they go to the grocery store? I know I'm always shocked Buy my receipt.
It is certainly sticker shock, especially when it comes to beef. I think it's safe to say for many people, they're putting off that steak dinner and they might think twice about even having a burger or sloppy Joe. Latest data from the government showing that grocery bills are a lot higher than they were last year. And this comes after a recent report from Purdue University shows roughly 14% of U.S. households are reporting they are food insecure. According to the December CPI Consumer Price Index, it shows that food at home, groceries, that rose 0.7%. Now, that is the biggest single month jump we have seen in nearly a year, double what we saw from the previous read. And beef, that is where the sticker shock really pops. Prices for this staple item rising at a record-breaking pace in December. Steak prices that up 18% or almost 18% from the previous year. And if you're in the mood for a burger, ground beef, that's up more than 15% higher than we saw last year. Although that month-over-month increase a little bit more modest than steak, still hitting people really hard. The likely reason behind this cost increase is smaller herds due to rising cost of grains and operations. We're seeing many cattle